So welcome back. Today we got a really good one for you. We're going to do a steak Diane. It was really popular in the 50s and the 60s in New York steakhouses. Used to be made tableside so they could flambe it and do some theatrics. I think it's absolutely delicious. It's a meal I'm going to make for my family this Sunday here. And I'm going to just walk you through what we're going to make the Diane sauce. And then we'll go out and do some grilling on this beautiful ribeye. And then we'll plate it with some green beans and mashed potatoes. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna dice up our garlic, which is 3 cloves and 2 shallots, right? And we're gonna put about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in our pan. We're gonna dump those in there, get them to sweat for about 2 minutes. Once they're sweated down, we're gonna hit it with a cup of red wine, and we'll deglaze that pan, and we're gonna let that boil, just low boil, for about a minute, and then we're gonna use a demi-glaze sauce that we're gonna make out of better than bouillon. This is our cheat, right? Super quick, about one tablespoon makes about 16 ounces. We're gonna use 12 ounces, so we could probably do 2 teaspoons with it. And we add that into the mixture. We let that boil down. We're going to have to reduce by about a third. Once it's reduced by a third, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard and 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to mix that in and combine, and you can set that aside, and we'll show you that beautiful sauce once it's made. And grill up the steak. We'll plate her off. We're going to talk about some cool things such as reverse searing on a steak. Gives us a little better texture, and we want it to perfect doneness, so we'll talk about that next to the grill. We're using the Weber charcoal grill today, so great flavor. Going to be a fantastic meal. I'm going to start on this Diane sauce. So there's our garlic and shallots with a little bit of oil. You can see that in there dancing. We'll let these color up about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. All right, so our garlic's cooked down. We're going to add a cup of wine. Deglaze that pan. Put this down there. But now we want to reduce this by about half. Once this is reduced by half, we'll add our demi-glaze that we made with better than bouillon, and we'll reduce it by a third. Once that's reduced, then we'll add our butter, our Dijon mustard, and our cream, and then we'll let our sauce thicken, and we'll be ready to go. It's been reduced down by about half with that wine in there. We're going to add our demi-glaze, right? We made that better in bouillon, and we cooked that down with boiling water. 2 teaspoons is all you need. And now we're going to reduce this by a third. Once this is reduced by a third, then we'll add in our other add-ins. We're almost there, I promise. All right, so our sauce is reduced by about a third. We're going to add that butter in there. We turned it down to simmer, so get that butter melting in there. 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, right? We talked about this. We'll get that all incorporated before we add the cream. So I'll cool it off a little bit too. I know it doesn't matter, but when I add hot cream or cold cream into hot liquid, sometimes not great things happen. And lastly, we'll add this cream, thicken it up. There's your pan sauce. Your pan sauce is basically done. Your Diane sauce. You're just gonna continue to cook down just a little bit, and then we're gonna simmer it. And as that simmers, we'll get our steaks ready. All right, we got these beautiful ribeyes. Our pan sauce, our Dianne sauce, is just simmering right now, ready to go. I got potatoes boiling. So now's the next thing is to get this steak ready. So my family absolutely loves this rub. It's Boar's Night Out, spicy. It's not as spicy as you may think, but we like to give these a good sprinkle of these. Just for some flavor bomb. And then we got Mississippi Grind. So if you watch the pork chop video, you know this is one of my favorite rubs. Both these rubs available for purchase at Ace Hardware's, Owen's Barbecue Supply, like we said yesterday, any online barbecue supply if you want to try them. But they have just the right amount of paprika, secret spices. So we're gonna let these sweat up. Once these sweat up, I'll turn them over and do the same on the other side. I started the charcoal a couple minutes ago. When that's ready, we'll pour it in, and the next time you see us, we'll be outside next to the grill. We're going to show you how we're going to reverse sear these ribeyes. All right, so our steaks, you can see, have sweated up. They're ready to go. The charcoal grill is rocking at about medium high. So all we're going to do, we're going to set these steaks, cook them a little slower. This is our reverse sear. So we're going to bring these steaks up basically to about 116, 117 degrees. We're going to pull them off, let them rest, and then we're going to come back and do that reverse sear on them. And they'll finish at about 127 degrees, medium rare. They should be beautiful. And then we'll plate up. When you get back, we'll show you how to do the reverse sear when these get ready. All right, you can see we sprayed some duck fat down here and on the grates. Our steaks are up to about 115 degrees internal temperature. We're going to sear them off right now. So this doesn't take very long. But remember, all 45-degree angles is what we want. Whew. So we're going to get our weight that we wrapped. We're just going to press that down. And this literally is 45 seconds, as hot as that grill is running. Okay. Woo, that's hot. Over here. And we're going to turn them just like that. That grill's screaming. That grill's screaming. I'd say that grill's running 650. A little hotter than I like, but it's going to make the job really quick. So again, about 45 seconds. So, you know what? We brought the steaks out. We put them in direct. We cooked those steaks for about 12 to 14 minutes. I brought them up to 115 degrees. Checked them with Thermopen. Took them off and let them rest for about 10 minutes. Once they're done with the cooking process, now we're coming into the sear. We spray them with a little duck fat. We love that flavor of that duck fat. It gives it great seams. Then 45 seconds. Look at that. There's your money shot. It's so hot. So we're going to finish searing up these right now. Again, 45. We're going to take them in, let the meat rest for about 10 minutes, and then we'll plate up and we'll review what we've done today. Look at that. We're just plating up. A little drizzle of this. That's that Dianne sauce, right? Just a little bit. That is delicious. I am super excited to dig in. So let's review what we did. So, we picked up 3 ribeyes. They're on sale this week, right? $9 a pound. Picked up 3 of them to feed my family of 4. That come to about $22. Then we made some potatoes and some green beans, which we didn't give the recipe for, but the star of this show is this sauce. This is the Dianne sauce. So basically we did 2 scallions, diced up, 3 cloves of garlic,
diced up. We saute that in some olive oil or grapeseed oil, and then we hit with a cup of red wine. We let that reduce down by half, and then we hit with our better than bouillon and 16 ounces of water, 16 ounces of water, sorry, and then we let that reduce down another third. We had butter, 2 tablespoons. We had 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and a quarter cup of cream, of course. And then we let that continue to simmer down until we get the consistency that we like. The steaks, we seasoned both sides. We used Mississippi grind on the one, but my absolute favorite for beef is Boar's Night Out White Lightning Spicy. If you can find it, try it. Believe me, you will thank me for it. Then as we cooked that down, we brought the steaks to 115 degrees. We pulled them off, let them rest for about 10 minutes and stopped that internal cooking process. And then we got that grill screaming hot with those extruded aluminum plates from Grill Works. So as we seared it down, I'm gonna take a little bite of this as I'm waiting. We brought them in and we let these steaks sit for about 5-10 minutes. Delicious. Oh, absolutely delicious. You know what? I hope you guys try to make this meal at home. I really hope that you find it as fun to cook with your family as I did. But for now, welcome to my kitchen. Pig Tamer's out. This is awesome. I can't wait to dig in. We'll see you next time.